right. Talking shit. Back with a vengeance. Running out of months and days and weeks in the summertime when we get really busy doing really cool things. Don't have enough time to come on here and talk shit. Slim pickings in the pop culture universe too. Cool movie season, but started off. I'm your host, Nate the Great from Collection Connection. We've got Comic Lizard and JD Geek with us, and I have no idea what kind of shit we're going to talk about today.
I've missed out on a lot of shit.
Right, we've been kind of disbanded for a little bit, but I'm sure we'll have some buddies come in here and talk some shit with us. We did get a post Comic-Con episode, and we had some extra friends in on the last one. But I'm excited to be able to drop 3 shows this week, counting this one. So it should be fun. Well, let's see. Let's start off. How's Ray's going? How's the comic business from your shipping area? The eBay portion. How's that all going right now?
Out here, it's going great. I mean, I'm shipping tons and tons. I put about I put about 200 comics on, 300 comics on a week, and I probably ship out about 150 to 200 each week. So, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I've found a lot of good collections out here, so that's been good. I'm finding. So
you're just finding them there and selling them off the eBay store?
Yeah, so most of the time I'll find them out here and I put them on eBay because I gotta ship them. Although I did find in a collection that I took in a first appearance of Dr. Aphra, the first Rebels appearance. I don't know. I put it up in the stories on our Instagram page, on the Race Comics Instagram page. But it's one of those things where I buy a collection and I see a couple of good things out of it, and it's usually off of Facebook Marketplace out here. During like the weird, wet, hot, like summer weather, a lot of people are doing like garage sales because you go outside and it's like 90 to 100 degrees and it's like 80% humidity, and it just sucks. Like you just don't want to be out there. But I've been finding a lot of good collections. It's just I find so much that I go out and buy, and I have little time. I keep forgetting to go back and pull stuff out and get it listed quick enough. I'm taking in more than I'm listing right now. So, but yeah, in the store, as far as I know, it's still there. I mean, John's running it. John and Dad are always there. I think Jennifer makes an appearance every now and then. I think we've got an assistant there, Logan, who's the son of one of our customers. He's doing, I think, probably his hours for school or something like that. His workout.
Oh, like an internship, kind of?
Free labor, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, because we don't pay, but he does get paid. It's through the school. The school has like that work program, and they get paid through the school. So
okay,
that's cool. Why I had kids, man. Free labor.
So it's going good. I mean, like I said, I keep finding stuff, finding good collections, and having a blast. Can't wait to come out though and see everything and see how everything's changed out in California and see how the store looks. And
I've got a stack of for you like that when you get out here.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, Fuzzy. They're not the only ones selling comics. How's Fuzzy and the Fat Man doing?
We're doing all right. Like I did a show with Nando the other day out in Glendale, and it was at a Elks Lodge, and I got a fuzzy story for you on that one. Let me tell you, dude, it's fuzzy story time because this one's one of the ones that I won't forget. Which one? Uh-oh.
Latino Community Wi-Fi.
Did our Wi-Fi go down?
Yes.
Sorry.
What? Okay, you're good. You're good.
What was that, Josh?
I was saying, isn't Glendale the place where all the women have as much hair as Fuzzy does?
And let me tell you, they're thug like I am too. Let me tell you, dude, because I went in there, and it was it's an Elks Lodge. So we're in an Elks Lodge, so you could drink and you could buy and sell comics and stuff. So Nando, of course, made $10,000 as always, dude. You know what I mean? Set up this amazing thing, and fucking he had everyone working, and everyone was buying from him. So everyone would come to my booth after Nando's and going like this, counting pennies and shit, going like, "Can you give me a deal?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I guess, man. Fucking, you spent my homie. I'll help you out, dude." You know, and fucking, so I did okay and stuff. But when I got there, there was the lady who ran the Elks Lodge. Beautiful young lady, probably in her 70s. And she decided to take a fond liking to Fuzzy. And the whole show was coming around and flirting with me. And, Fuzzy flirts back and stuff. I don't shy away from flirting and stuff. And
she's just in your range. Of course you're flirting.
Fuck off, dude. So she's like, I go to the bar, and me and Nando are buying each other drinks. Like, I'm buying them drinks for Lego and everyone. Like, we're buying them back. Like, Lego at one point came, like, a waiter and fucking brought me a beer to my booth and stuff. He was like, "Here you go, Seth." I was like, "Oh, shit, thanks, man." So I was pretty... But, like, we couldn't get drunk because it was so damn hot in there. The air conditioner went out. So we're fucking sweating balls. So everything we drank just ran right out of us and stuff. So we weren't, we were drinking like crazy. But I go back to the bar to get another beer. And it's about 6 ladies in their 70s just sitting around. They got their fucking brandy in their hand and shit, dude. And they're looking at Fuzzy, and they're like, "That's the Fuzzy guy right there. That's the Fuzzy guy there." And I'm like, "Oh, ladies, you look like trouble over here. Look at this, dude." And they were like, "Oh, you don't even know half of it." And one leaped up and grabbed my ass. And I said, "Oh, Lord, dude."
Fuzzy was looking at a grandma buffet. Fuzzy was like, "Yeah, me, grandma buffet, baby."
I grab all the beers. I go back to the Nando's table. I go, "Nando, it's happening again. These ladies are trying to molest me. I don't know what I did. Here, take these beers. Just watch out for me." He's like, okay. Again, they assault me by trying to pull me in for a kiss. I said, "Oh, Lord, it's gonna happen again, dude." But luckily, I sweated out all the booze, so I wasn't drunk enough. So, but as I'm leaving, dude, the lady, she pulls me aside. She literally pulled me aside. And got real close to my face, and she was like, "Next time you come, me and you are gonna have some good drinks, okay? I'm gonna make you special drinks." And in my head, I'm like, "This bitch is gonna roofie me. She's gonna roofie me. She's gonna try to take advantage of me." So Nando called me this week and goes, "You want to do the show again?" I said, "I don't know, Fuzzy. I don't know." So Fuzzy's feeling a little timid about going back.
He's shy. He's so shy.
I'm a little nervous.
That's very tame for a Fuzzy Trio Comic-Con story.
You know what, Fuzzster, what you should do is, if there's one of those that's happening while I'm coming out, you should take me in, because I'm a magnet for those old ladies. That'll keep them off of you while you're doing your thing. They'll be like sticking on me.
Good. I appreciate it, dude, because there's something that I let off, some pheromone that just, I don't know. I can't get them younger, but the older ones, forget about it. It's like shooting flies and fish in the barrel.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. And I used to go to events at the community where my grandmother used to live, and man, those old ladies could not keep their mitts off me. Crazy.
I almost have to slap them. Don't make me put you in the hospital with a bum hip.
Well, I'm saying, like, my wife keeps trying to get me to sell like insurance to older people. She's like, "You would be good." I'm like, these people would try to molest me. Like, no, I'm good. I left Hollywood. What are you talking about? I don't need to be molested no more. That's another story for another day.
Yeah, right. You were all happy. And also, it was gum wars over there. They all took out their teeth off. Time to party. Mr. I love old women.
I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. Except M. Night Shyamalan. That's the only guy I don't like. I like everybody else. I like everyone else.
How you been, Havoc? What's going on in your life?
It's been good. Good. Good Comic-Con. Just hanging out. Went to a concert with Isaac and his wife last night. And
Well, at the fairgrounds, right?
yeah, we watched Revolution. And it was really good. A lot of good reggae bands. And hanged out at the fair afterwards. But yeah, just been chilling from Comic-Con because we're gonna head out to New York, so we can't get too crazy.
When's that going to be?
October, first week, I think.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys got like an idea what you're doing and who you're going to see or got to find out or anything?
Josh is gonna like this. Stephen Platt's gonna be there, so the artist of Prophet for the first time ever.
Are you sure he's gonna be there?
Yep, he already said he's already gone twice. He's already been to 2 cons. Everybody's shocked because he hasn't gone in like 20 years. And he just announced that he's gonna be at Comic-Con, New York. I'm already having my comic books already set at the side. I'm saving for my. Hopefully, if I get a sketch, I'm gonna do that. It's a good day for Steve.
You should talk to John. John used to have some profit pages from Platt, like actual pages from when back in the day.
Those are beautiful pages.
I don't know if he still has them or not, but you should see if he does.
I got excited. I was like, "Yep." I mean, I was still gonna go no matter what, but I was like, "Oh."
This whole week's been making me think of Havoc because all I keep seeing is the fucking Blue Beetle trailer popping up every 10 seconds, dude. Like every time, it's like this weekend.
I'm gonna go watch it on Thursday with James.
Nice, dude. You gotta tell us what you think, dude, because I'm trying to go see it on Sunday because the boys want to see it. So I was like, all right,
in for it.
I'm going to the $5 theater. So
I'll let you know if it's good or not. Hopefully it is. I'm hoping it is.
I am too. I do. I have hope in it,
but now I mean I'm just like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's something good, but
the one thing I've noticed, dude, like it's weird. You would see a trailer like that, right? Like where you see the villain of Blue Beetle, and all of a sudden, whatever book that was, it would always go up in value like crazy. Nothing. Like literally nothing. I pulled out some stuff and I was looking at it and I was like, I looked it up. I'm like, damn, I could literally buy all these books for fucking nothing right now, except the first, the what's that? What's the Crisis one? Havoc. His first appearance. Is it? No.
The one with what's his name? George Perez, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not Infinite Crisis. It's
I think it is.
Is it Infinite Crisis?
I think it's Infinite Crisis.
God dang it, Liz, you're right again. Sorry. But yeah, like that one's still valuable. But other than that, like there was like no movement on anything. I was like, damn, dude, are people like just saying fuck it and not worrying about it?
Well, I mean, people are worried. Like, I mean, they've gotten disappointed with other movies, so they're not. They gotta wait till it's not really a James Gunn movie, since
right.
It was already done pre-James Gunn, so you just got to see what's going to happen on it. So
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful because it looks like fun. I like a lot of the actors, so I'm in.
Why on God's green earth would you be hopeful? What would be the reason for that?
Because I'm an optimist, dude. You
want
hope is based on something.
You want it to be good. You want these kind of movies to be actually good. So you have to be hopeful.
but I want to win the lotto, and I feel like there's a better shot at that.
Not really.
I have hope. I mean, dude, look, I went on vacation with the family, and I'm old school, so I had to get magazines to take with me and shit like that. Like I had a couple comics.
Man, you are though, man.
But look at this. I found the Time Life magazine all based on just Superman. I said, they wrote that for me, thank you. And I got that, and I was reading about it, and I was just like, hopefully we can get the Superman back. So Blue Beetle, if I have to pump up Blue Beetle by paying my ticket just so I can get a better Superman movie, then I will do that, dude. Then I will do that. I will do my job. But you know what I was thinking about today, actually? Because I was doing I was posting books and stuff, and I had in the background Showtime playing. And do you guys ever see that movie Hard Rain with Christian Slater and Morgan Freeman? It came out in like the 90s about like he's a truck driver and or a armored car driver, and they get robbed because it gets flooded. It was at the peak of like John Woo action, slow-mo, like double guns,
I've seen it.
But I watched it. Like I ended up watching the whole movie. I was just sitting there watching it, laughing to myself because it's horrible. Like it's really bad. But this was at the pinnacle of fucking like action movies, and they were and it hit everything that needed to be in there, like something crazy that's happening and stuff like that. Hey, Nando, and I think we're in that Hard Rain version of the superhero movie right now. So they had this like thing they had to hit, right? So if you watch everything, it's kind of just a photocopy of the last one. So we're bored with it. Like everyone's just bored. Like, all right, dude, like give me something new at least. And that's where we're hoping these are going to be new. So let's hope and pray that we're getting out of the Hard Rain and coming into the face-off era of fucking superhero movies.
Man,
Let's hope so.
I don't know. Something we haven't talked about that just happened concluded a few weeks ago was the Secret Invasion.
Oh, that was horrible at the end.
So fucking horrible.
You haven't watched that.
No reason.
Don't.
Don't watch it.
It didn't do anything.
It didn't do nothing. I mean,
It was a
nothing.
good comic. It was a good comic story.
I read it. Oh, okay. I got it. Yeah. Well, it was an okay comic story. Secret Invasion, like, if you just read the 12-issue series, perfect. They should have just fucking left that shit like that. But they couldn't leave well enough alone, and then they had to do 85 other comic books that tied into it, and half of them you're just like at the end, I'm like slogging through the comics as I'm reading them, and I decided to read them digitally so I could, no, that was a big mistake.
But the thing is, it just didn't make no sense. It had no, like, it just didn't. If that show didn't exist, nothing would have changed. Like, it's not. It was just bad.
He started off in space, and guess where he ended up? In space.
Well, he has to end up.
And how did Khaleesi become ugly?
Is it now? It's not Shield anymore. It's Sword, or is it Shield and Saber?
It's still Shield. It's actually, who knows what it is now.
I didn't pay attention enough. I thought I was getting Shaft in the Marvel universe, and I got fucking like shafted. Yeah, like it was bad.
Bro, he acted old, was old. Like, it was just like, it was sad.
Yeah, I didn't dig it, dude. Like,
I
didn't find a redeeming thing about it.
You guys, so they did a show where they took a classic character that everybody loved, who was really tough, and they made him old and tired and bitter and self-loathing. Gee, sounds like 1,000 other stories that these motherfuckers have done.
So, yeah, and they replaced his Edge with a British chick.
So Secret Invasion is basically The Last Jedi, but with Marvel.
Yeah.
Or Indiana Jones.
Or Indiana Jones in the
Dial of
Dysentery.
Dial of Dysentery? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you get that from the Critical Drinker?
Probably. I mean, one of the many...
Did we talk about Indiana Jones last time? No,
I don't know. I haven't been here for
it's
4
horrible.
weeks at least, so I don't know what you guys have been talking about.
I don't think we did, and you know, I hope they crushed Nick's dreams and everything.
it did.
I'm glad. Good.
It did.
Good.
It's still Creo.
Are we supposed to say one more time? The Dial of Dysentery?
So it did crush you, Nick?
It just, all right. This, I'm gonna explain it. This is the best way I can explain it, because I was explaining it to my friend. I love that director, and I love that what he was trying to do. I love what he was trying to do. But there's when, because I just watched all of them, even Crystal Skull. We just watched all of them, right? Raiders, Temple, Last Crusade, and even parts of the Crystal Skull. They're fun. Like you're on an adventure. You know what I mean? Like the music, how the music plays, and you feel like you're on the run.
And you get a candy apple. And then it has a razor blade inside.
Well, no, you're having fun with the movie, and you're in the silliness, and it's still an adventure and stuff. This one, he tried to make it like the whole movie. Not once Harrison Ford smiles. Not once. Not once does he crack a smile. The whole time he's grizzled and pissed off, and you're just like, well, why am I watching this, dude? Like, you know, I want to see the optimist, because Indiana Jones was always optimistic, you know what I mean? Like, he always was like excited about finding the clue and getting to the point. And, you know, you got excited with him, and, you know, he, even though he made stupid decisions that led to something else, it was still fun. And this was kind of just like the live free. This was, what was the last Die Hard movie? A Good Day to Die Hard, or, you know, whatever, the one he's in Russia. That was this version of it. I was just like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, the whole time we were watching it, I was just like...
You know,
Why was Indy angry, though? Why was he...
We didn't bother to go see this movie, but I'll tell you what tipped off how awful it was when you saw the apology / begging to see the movie clip that Harrison put out, where he talked about how he loved playing Indiana Jones all these years, and you know, he's hoping that people will come and see his last bow. And I'm like, if they have to get Harrison Ford, dig his ass up out of the grave that he's been living in over there in Montana or wherever the hell. Wyoming. And have him come out and basically do a please come see my movie, you know it's bad. You know it's bad, because Harrison doesn't do that for nothing. They must have paid him bank to come out and beg us to come watch it. And the answer is no. The answer is no.
Well, I'm not gonna. I was hoping to come back and give you guys like a fucking, oh, you know, this and that, and nope.
So what you're saying is I did the right thing by not seeing it.
You did do the right thing. But what me and the kids went and saw Turtles, dude. We went and saw Turtles. Okay, this was the funniest thing. Like, I love Turtles. It was awesome. But
did they put the turd in Turtles?
No, it was like it's a different.
It's getting really mixed reviews right now.
Even with fat black April O'Neil.
Oh.
That was
Is this some middle-aged mutant Ninja Turtles?
No. It was fun. It was fun. I liked it. Like, but the thing that made me laugh is it's a legit movie, an hour and a half. It's an hour and a half. So at the end of the movie, I was like, it's over? Because I've been sitting through 3-hour movies all summer long and shit like that, where I was like, did they miss half the movie? Like, what was going on? But it was fun. It's an origin story. It's a new origin and shit like that. And Shredder's nowhere near them in the movie until the very, very tail end. So stay till the end. But it was fun. It was different. And it's a kid movie, definitely. Like, you know, but I enjoyed it. I like it more than Indiana Jones. I'll tell you that much.
Good thing I passed it there.
And the soundtrack is literally our youth, dude. It's just all New York hip hop from the fucking like late 80s, early 90s and shit. It's fun. So the whole movie, me and my wife were bobbing. We were just
yeah, they don't know any of this old hip hop. What is good?
Yeah. Rio's right. It's an episode, not a movie. 90 minutes.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, damn, dude. I was like, fuck, that was quick. And we walked out. I was like, damn, we can actually have time for dinner. All right, let's go get something to eat, dude.
Meg 2.
Was it good?
Loved it. Here's the thing, though. Much like the first one, Go ahead.
Is there really a scene in it where Jason Statham charges the giant shark on a jet ski with a sword in his hand?
It's not a sword; it's a spear.
That's more
Oh, okay.
believable.
Okay, that
That's
makes
more
sense.
believable. See,
It's an explosive spear.
Mm.
No, it's like Fast and the Furious with sharks.
yes, like the good Fast and the Furious, not that Fast X shit I just sat through. But
No, it ended.
But the good.
It ended.
It ended.
It's already better. It's already better. I'm telling you.
There's dinosaurs.
Good thing I
A
passed.
giant octopus, dinosaurs, the big squid, terrorists, fucking submarine
and
battles.
Stratham.
They had scary scenes in it. They're in like those fucking robot suits from G.I. Joe in the trench walking.
So what you're saying is it's not based off the novel.
It did have. Go ahead.
Tell me this doesn't bring back memories. This was the other thing I got for reading, for traveling, because I made the kids put their phones away the whole, because we're in Lake Arrowhead. It was like, we're in the woods. No one has any phones. We're just going to fish and enjoy the time. And I went and I was in the store, and look what I found. Mad Magazine. Tell me that doesn't bring back the fucking flashbacks of sitting in the car and you're at the store and you're like, Mom, let me get this magazine. And you flip through it with me in the back seat. And it worked.
I was buying comics instead of Mad Magazine.
What do you think that is?
I hated Mad Magazine.
Listen, Adolf, Havoc, dude, just calm down, dude. Just the hate needs to come down a little bit. In the words of Cole, Kamale. Just Kamale, fool. Just Kamale.
I can see Cole saying that, too. I can see Cole saying that.
He thinks he's speaking Spanish. He's like,
The
Dad,
thing-
Kamale.
The thing before we get too far away from Meg too. Now, did you guys see Meg?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love Meg.
So, it went. This one was just as much out of, if not more, of a co-Chinese production. So, it was like, I want to say 75% English, 25%, Chinese, and it did feel awkward during these times to have Chinese protagonists in the movie. It did feel awkward. But what felt more awkward was the movie I saw with Jackie Chan and John Cena.
That's on my list to watch. I've been dying to watch that.
I just watched it yesterday. I forget what it's called.
Strike Force or some shit like that.
Something like that. And that one, it was like John Cena lives in the Middle East and he's like being a caretaker for some Arab folks. And then he teams up with some Mad Max guys and goes and robs a Chinese convoy. And it's like the Chinese are all wearing the same. They're all civilized, normal things, and the Americans like a mercenary barbarian. And it played into a lot of what I would think would be like foreign propaganda of what Americans are. It was interesting for sure.
And they got Mr. USA to be in it, see? John Cena himself.
Well, it's probably part of his apology tour to the CCP. So,
Well, they had it with the trailer scenes that I've seen of that movie. For the most part, looked like half of it was on a green screen somewhere. Them standing there talking because there was the background looked all shitty. I was like, all right, I'll watch it. I got Jackie Chan and John Cena, but I'm gonna wait, dude. I literally been watching freaking anything and everything, but that one I put on hold. I was like, yeah, all right, dude. I'm even rewatching Married with Children.
Oh,
That's
you're in no man's land now, baby.
That's still that's still one of the greatest shows ever made, dude. I'm literally on the floor dying every episode. And I'll be like, oh, I love this episode. Oh, I love this one, dude.
Oh man, his quips against the fat ladies at the shoe store
Or even
and Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy too. Like the way she does
You are a
The way-
chicken. Don't be calling me a chicken.
Don't be
Why is
calling
he calling
me
me a chicken?
or even the way where she's like, "Did you miss me?" Peg's like, "Did you miss me?" He's like, "With every bullet so
shot
far."
yeah.
I love that line, dude. No way it could be done today. Like, no way.
Yeah, there's a way. You just have to not be a bitch.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we are as bitches. So there's that.
Last one.
No, we're getting down to the nitty gritty on Next Generation.
I know it makes me sad.
We're all sad. We're like, oh crap, we're more than halfway through the last season.
Well, it's kind of bittersweet because the last season starts to get a little preachy. I think Next Generation started getting full of its breaches at that point. So they have the climate change episode, they have the suicide episode, they got the drugs episode, they got the. And it's like, really, we had to go this far? I'm like, eh. So it's good that they ended where they did. They kind of went out on a high note. That's fine.
Havoc, have you watched Justified yet? The new Justified?
Yeah, is it because I only saw 4 episodes. Is it on hiatus or?
No, there's 2 more coming. I think it comes. They're releasing them week by week, but I've been digging that one too, dude.
It's good, but
it's Logan.
It feels different since I need him to be back in Alabama or wherever he's at, because it's him out in the city. It's a little different. Feels different,
Wow. I love the villain in this thing. They got a villain who's he's like a rock and roll singer that just like who's a murderer, like a nutball murderer, and he literally carries a cassette tape with him. So he'll steal a car and he puts the cassette tape of like him singing these songs as he's just driving after he murdered somebody, like fucking singing these old school songs and shit. I'm like, I like this guy. He's fucking nuts, dude.
It's a good cast. Everything's really good except I hate the daughter. I mean, I wish they could shoot her already. Like, please kill her. Alright, like it's about time someone kills this chick because she is such a bad actress. Like, it's horrible. Not even a good actress at all. Not like how when there's a little girl that's a good actress, like the girl that was at Games of Thrones, the princess or the queen or whatever, the little girl. She was a great actress. Like, she was really fucking good. The one that she from The Last of Us. When she was little, she was great.
I don't think she's a she.
Well, whatever.
I think she goes by they.
You're talking about Game of Thrones, the one that the last season, the little girl that's from the north.
Yeah, does that big old speech.
Yeah.
She's really good.
And she is a she.
Yeah.
It's the actress that plays in the new Game of Thrones series that plays Queen.
The House of the Dragon.
The House of Dragon. Yeah. She's
yes.
She's not
both of them.
She's not a she.
Yeah. So the first one is the one I'm talking about. She is real like she's a great actress being that young. And so if she was this other actress in the show would be like her, I'll be awesome, but it's like they're pushing that character in for no reason. Like they just, I don't like her. But everything else is great. The entire show was good though. But I really like
Bella Ramsey. Isabella May Ramsey is an English actor. They are known for their breakout role.
That's the new girl.
As young.
That's the new one.
Noblewoman.
The new one. That's not. We're talking about the old one.
Bella Ramsey.
Interesting.
They are known for their breakout role as young noblewoman Lyanna Mormont in the HBO fantasy television series Game of Thrones and Ellie on HBO drama.
She's the new Margaret. Dear God, it's me, Margaret. Is she the new Margaret?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They're all on strike, and I'm thankful.
Well, I'm not, because some of these movies are pushed back.
I told you we're going to be getting some garbage coming soon.
Yeah.
As if we haven't been swimming in it already.
And that's what I was
I'm actually kind of
about to
looking
say.
forward to the garbage.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I wanted to see the next Spider-Verse. Like that's the last one was awesome.
Well, I'm getting ready to go back to see Mission Impossible again because I love that one, dude. That was fun.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot, like I haven't had that much fun in a while. So, and I know I missed a bunch of shit in it, so I want to watch it again.
Just to respond real quick to Creo, the word on the street is the only thing worthwhile seeing for Picard is season 3. I'm probably going to end up watching. We will probably end up watching the first 2 seasons, but the word on the street about that is it's hot garbage. So,
well, the first 2 seasons,
right.
The third season, it's like the actual final season of Star Trek: Next Generation.
Sort of.
That's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to watch it, but I wanted to go back, and so we went back and started watching the original Star Treks.
The problem is, I'm afraid that by comparing the original Next Generation to even the final season or the third season of Picard, it's still going to be pretty lackluster, when you put the 2 side by side. So we'll see. I don't have high hopes because I think that the Next Generation cast is all so damn old, and they crapped on him so hard in the first 2 seasons of Picard that it's probably just going to be bittersweet.
You're just a ray of fucking sunshine, aren't you?
I am jaded.
You know which one shocked me that I actually am really digging right now is the Righteous Rhinestones or whatever it is on HBO. Have you seen this? Where it's John Goodman, Danny McBride, and and they're preachers. It's like a family of preachers and shit, dude. And the first episode is, they go home, or the opening scene is them in a wave pool in China trying to baptize everyone, like to make the biggest baptism like in record, and all of a sudden someone turns on the fucking wave machine and everyone's like, oh, they're all fucking falling all over the place and shit. But it's like dark comedy, like shit you shouldn't be laughing at. And I'm like, I fell down the rabbit hole. I was like, all right, dude, I'm gonna start watching this show. Like, I dig that one right now. And I think that's on,
just came out.
Yeah, it's like the 3rd season, right, or something like that. Like, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, I dig that one right now. I thought of you, Jaded. I was like, Jaded would think this shit's funny, dude, because it's fucking hilarious, dude. Like this shit, like they literally have like they're coming into town to build, like, they're like the televangelists, they're like real big, so they make these huge fucking churches, and these little churches are coming to them, like it's Dermot Mulroney, and he comes up to him and he's like, hey, we really appreciate if you don't come into this place because our congregation's so small and they're going to take it away. And Goodman's like the Godfather, and he's just like nicely like, oh, go fuck yourself. Like, I'm going to take all your fucking, people. And then so there's like a war going on between pastors and shit. It's so good. Like the shit they're saying to each other. So think of Danny McBride as a fucking preacher. Just you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just the wrongest shit. Like, you're just like, did he just fucking say it? So good.
Well, I mean, Danny McBride is hilarious, but he always plays the same character in whatever movie that he does. So I can only imagine his preacher being like the lead from The Foot Fist Way, or being the explosives guy from Tropic Thunder or something like that,
He very much has that in there, like where like he's telling, like he has a little gang of followers and shit, and like one of them even takes a shotgun blast to the stomach, and he's like, I don't know if he's okay. What do you mean he's not okay? And he just starts throwing up blood and shit. And he's like, just take him to the hospital, man. And he's just driving away, starts praying for him. He's like, fucking Lord, please. This stupid motherfucker, dude. Like, God dang it. It's good, dude. Like, I like it a lot, dude. And then I got a copy of, what's the one you were telling me to watch? Nefarious?
Nefarious.
Yeah, I got a copy of that, so I was gonna actually sit and watch that on Wednesday. So I'll text you guys what I think of that one, because I had like 6 people come up to me and tell me the same thing. They're like, "It's fucking creepy as hell, dude. You'll dig it." I was like, "All right, I'll watch."
Yeah, I'll be curious to hear your thoughts. I enjoyed that movie except for one part, which I thought was really dumb, but we'll talk about it later.
I'm down. The next week we'll talk about it because I want to watch that one, and then there was another one that they gave me like 3 screener copies of something. I can't remember what the other 2 were, but yeah, that's one of them I'm gonna watch.
All right, let's see what else has been going on. Haunted Man. I saw the Haunted Mansion. I was entertained by it.
I want to see that, but
I wouldn't even go see that.
I was entertained by it. Put it this way, it reminded me a lot more. It tied into the ride. The ghosts matched up, and it tied into the ride. I could see it tied into the ride more than Pirates tied into. They didn't have to go and put in a bunch of random. You didn't have to stick Johnny Depp all through Pirates of the Caribbean ride. You could still go ride the ride at Disneyland and have the movie not go in. It goes into it. So they got
that this movie. I heard this one's based off of the Disneyland ride, whereas the Eddie Murphy one is based off of the Walt Disney the Florida one.
Right. They are slightly different.
They're different. The rides aren't identical.
Are they that different?
They have different backstories.
Yeah.
And the rides themselves are completely different too.
So yeah, they got the stretchy hallway, or the stretchy room, the hitchhiking ghosts. Like, it was cool.
Yeah. Well, because
I was nervous about it.
Florida had more space, so they could make their ride bigger. And so there's they have the same elements, but there's also like this huge library, and then there's like this crystal mirror room thing. It's almost like a Twilight Zone-y kind of thing. And and like I said, the storyline is different. It's Gracie Mansion in Florida, which is what the first movie was based off of. Whereas this movie is based off of I know the Hatbox Ghost is in it, but it's the captain that owns the house. Sea captain. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Nate. I'm sorry.
No, that's. I know you're a Disney aficionado, so that plays it. I just had a good time watching the movie. It didn't feel preachy or anything, so it was good. I liked it. It had laughs. You know, the acting wasn't bad. It didn't feel preachy. You know, Disney's doing a really good job feeling preachy lately. So it felt like what a Disney movie felt like, 10 years or over ago. So, give me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, I have no interest in seeing that one. That was one that came up, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, if the wife wanted to see it, then I'd go. But other than that, dude, you know what I did get to go, and I thought of you, Nate. I went to Santa's Village while I was in Lake Arrowhead, but it's the Sky Park or whatever during the. Dude, that was the dopest shit I ever been to, man. Like you want to talk about a flashback to the fucking like when we were growing up. It was. I walked in there through that door, and let me tell you, dude, nothing there is on a rail on a track that's like moved by power. Like they had a John Deere like race you could do with your kids, but it's like a bike. You have to pedal. I was dying like halfway through. My kids were blowing by me and shit, and I was like, "Oh fuck this, dude! I can't fucking take it because the elevation sucks." Fuzzy's a little buzz that's just doing it too.
That's the thing about Sky Park, man. There's three bike parks up there in the Big Bear area. There's Snow Summit, Snow Valley, and Sky Park. And Sky Park really saved Santa's Village.
Yeah,
because Santa's Village was closed until they put that bike trail up there, and then now. It's like you got to pay if you want to go to ride your bike. You got to go to Santa. You got to go through Santa's Village to get up there where the things are, and I think it would behoove them to put a lift in, because the deal with the elevation and going up to them trails is, well, first of all, there's fucking rides there. Excuse me.
Bless you.
There's rides there anyways.
Yeah.
Put in a lift.
Dude. I did, me and the boys, shot bow and arrows. Not bow and arrows with like a plunger at the end. Legit fucking arrows. And we're shooting them into things. We took legit tomahawks and we're throwing them into the fucking wood. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I'm having a flashback of being a kid again where we had things that could really hurt us, like at our fingertips, and we could throw them and do things with it. So fucking, it was awesome, dude. We were having a great ass time the whole time. I wish I had a bike because the trails look dope. I even zip line. I rappelled down things.
The trails are dope. The problem is you have to ride back up to ride down them. Which, if that was down here, if I'm just doing local trail riding, I have to do that. But I don't want to pay money to have to ride to the top.
Well, they were doing like races or something when I was there. They had like little kids with fucking numbers on the front of the thing. They were getting ready to race, and I was like, "Damn, dude!" And it was, the parking lot was filling up, and I was like,
"It's cool. It's cool." And but your smoker ass, you like once you wouldn't ride back up. If you got to the top and you went down, you would never go and ride back up again. In fact, like when I go to the place with when I go to the bike parks with lifts, I think I'll do between 7 and 10 runs in a day, where we just lift back up there and go back down, and it's probably like maybe it's just a blast. And you go all the way down the mountain. Maybe you pedal like 20 or 30 times, but you're bailing downhill the whole time. So you're not really noticing the altitude so much. And then the next day, you're still ridiculously sore and all that stuff because you're holding on the bike for fucking dear life as you're barreling down this mountain. But to have to deal with the altitude and pedal at Sky Park, like, oh, it's brutal. It's fun. I have a good time. I could do it. I'm in the shape to be able to do it. But if you're ever looking to try, if you get a hair up your butt one day and you want to try to do that, let me know, and let me take you to the spot where I think that you would have the best time. Because if you go try to do it yourself, you're gonna fucking die.
Let me tell you something, dude. Fuzzy was about 2 weeks before we went to did this. I was fucking around with my kids at the pool, and I hit him, and my hip popped out. Okay, I ain't trying to ride up no damn bike hill. I remember watching my dad go down a hill on skis, and his hip broke, and he had got stuck up there, and they had to get people to go back up. I don't want to be that guy. If I break my hip, I want to be on flat ground so the ambulance can come get me and take me the fuck out of here, dude. Like, I don't want none of you guys dragging me down a hill on the back of a bike, dude. Like, if I hit every stump on the way down, and it would literally look like a scene in Black Dynamite.
I got some bungees. We just put them on your ankles.
Yeah, see, fuck that.
And your head just bounces at the back.
No, I'm barely holding it together as it is. I don't need any slight nudges, you know what I'm saying? Like, to just make everything else fall off me and shit.
Just when you're ready to go for a crash, just do like the drunk people do. Go numb and limp, and then you don't get hurt.
I'm always numb. That's the difference.
Dude, my buddy that I ride with like 2 weeks ago, he got like knocked out. He got concussed. He lost like 20 minutes.
Damn. Yeah, dude, that shit ain't like Fuzzy went up, so they had me do the zip lining, right?
That's
and
fun.
They had, dude, it was awesome. But let me tell you, my asshole was tight the whole time. I was cool going up the thing, right? Until the lady was like, you have to latch yourself into the, the little rope before I can get on the thing, and they would unhook me and, like that. And I was like, why? She's like, if you fall and you hurt yourself, and I looked, like, I hadn't thought about how high I was, like, because it just went up, and I looked down and was like, oh, fuck me, give me the goddamn rope. And just like, I wrapped it around me twice. She's like, you just gotta hook it. I was like, no, I'm not coming off this thing, no way. And I did it, and it was fun. And then you have to rappel down. And I was staring down. I was like, oh, shit. And the lady's like, look, I have the right to push you off this thing if you want. So I could just shove you. And I was like, no, I got it. And and I'm like looking, and I just sat down and like scooched off it with my ass. And I just fell down. And I was like, yep, I repelled. I'm good, dude. I just nothing to think of the way. Yeah, like I can't. Physical is not Fuzzy no more.
We did the zip line when we were in Kauai. So we were in Hawaii and we did it. And I was good going up and like climbing up and everything, and it was great. Josh and his brother are like out on limbs, like swinging on swings and shit, like over nothing, you know. And yeah, you have to be hooked on to something at every time.
Yeah.
And that first step, I was the last person, and I watch everybody go, and they made it look so easy. And you get to the edge to take, because you just step off and sit down. That's all you have to do. It's just you step and sit. And that's all. That it sounds so fucking simple, right? You get to the edge and you look down and you're like, "You want me to do what?" And it's supposed to do what? And what's unnerving is that there's a weight limit, right? And you know, like, okay, I was like right there, like within the acceptable parameters, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be the one that breaks this fucking like cable that's in here. This is gonna be me. Just have to step off. Just have to step off and sit down. Step off and sit down. It's no problem. And everybody's cheering for you, like, you know, across the way. And you're like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm ready to go. And nope. And then I step back. And okay, I got this. No problem. She goes, well, maybe you should just do it backwards. That way you don't, what the fuck? I'm not doing nothing. I can't see. Like, and it wasn't
that. You just tell me to hang upside down and do it.
I'll climb the roofs and stuff like that, not being put in. It's just, for whatever reason, I don't know. And so finally I did it. And once you do it the first time, you're just like, oh, okay, this is easy. I got this. The next one, I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. I'm going first. Like, I'm ready to do this.
Well, I was in such a panic after I landed. And like I said, they have to latch you in. My brain was like, as soon as she unhooked, she's like, oh, my brain goes, okay, jump. You have to jump down now. Like, you're preparing myself. And I literally almost just walked off without her hatching me into the rappel line. And she grabbed me and she goes, where are you going? I was like, I have to get down. She's like, I have to latch you in. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, yeah, fuck, dude.
Yeah, we didn't rappel down our last, because we did like 8 or 9 like lines. I mean, we were way the fuck up in the canopy and we were making our way down. And the last one is that you skidded onto the ground. So like you zip lined all the way to the ground. And if you got a little too far, the guy at the end didn't catch you. There was like a pad that you hit. And of course, I was the dumb asshole that came flying in like perfect. And I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I got my knees up. I'm ready to like come in, and at the last second, I must have gripped the handle because I started to spin. Because like you can control going backwards or forwards just by holding on to like the carbiner up there and just like twisting. Yeah, the last second, I must have grabbed it ready to catch myself, and I must have twisted it because then all of a sudden going back. No. So yeah, I went right into that pad and I ate crap, and I'm like, all right, this is great. Good times, man.
My oldest son is a chicken shit. Like, he does not like getting on anything, on anything. So he sees that and he goes, Dad, please don't make me do that. I go, look, dude. I go, we're all doing it. I was like, I promise you're gonna be okay. And so he's like, all right, fine. And he gets it on, and he's literally hyperventilating. And tears are falling out his eyes. He's like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Like that. And he's hitting himself, like psyching himself up. And I'm just like, dude, take the fucking thing off. If it takes that much to get you up there to do it, then I don't want you to do it. Like, I don't want you to wait and go to your shrink in 10 years and be like, my dad made me zip line and it fucked up my life. Or, like whatever the fuck it is. Dude. Like, I'm like, dude, I was like, all right, dude. So finally he did it. And after we did it, he was just kind of like, and he pulls me aside. He's like, it wasn't the zip line, Dad. It was the rappelling. And I'm like, dude, I get it. Like, you don't have to explain yourself to me, man. Like, you're good, dude. Like, I understand. I totally get it. Your brain tells you do not walk off. Like, don't do it.
Right?
And you have to, like, come on. I feel like RoboCop in the first movie when he's about to arrest the dude, and you're just like, come on. All right, just fall. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But that was fun. So I thought of you, Nate, when I was there. I was like, dude, Nate, I didn't know you knew that place because I didn't even know. I hadn't been there since I was like 5 years old. So I was like literally taking pictures of everything. I was like, I remember this place. And then they tried to put me on rollerblades, and I was like, Like that again. My hip is gonna pop out that bitch. I already saw it happening.
What'd you do to your hip?
Don't know, dude. Like I literally just like I went to grab the kid and suplex him, but when I went to get him, he's strong now, so he fucking he's like a brick wall. So I fucking like went into him, but the rest of my body went that way, and my leg was here, and I just heard it pop. I just heard it go like that, and I was like, oh fuck, and I just laid down. And I moved it around, and I felt it pop right back in, and I was like, "Oh god!" So now all I got is like on the top part of my hip, and then my butt cheek. It's just like a Charlie horse that just won't go away. So I don't know if I pinched a nerve or whatever. I got to go to the doctor.
Fun times.
Yeah, I'm getting old. Salud.
Fuzzy can relate to me. I lost a tooth this week or last week.
Ooh.
I'm fucking redneck, bitches. I got no teeth. No.
Did they play a banjo when they pulled it out?
I like pull my tooth, and I'm like, you know what?
Who'd you
the only
fight?
person who will understand this is Fuzzy.
None right here, dude. I got none right there.
Mine's on the top. The second one from the back, it's gone. But
Gosh, that's why you got to take the punches for her, dude. I told you, man. When you get into a fight, you got to let her. You got to be like her shield, dog.
No, equal rights, equal punches.
Equal rights, equal lefts.
But dude, I'm like, I'm still like sore from like gripping the. If I imagine if you were getting electric shock like that, like your body would stiffen like that. Like when he was pulling that thing out, like it didn't. He's like, look, I can control the pain, but I can't control the pressure. And the only thing I could think of is like a nail coming out of a board, and it just doesn't want to come out. And it's just like, oh my god!
And the sound,
like,
it's the sound when they're cracking it. You're like, oh, I know that's bad.
They didn't crack mine. They took it whole. Like, but I could feel like when each of the root was coming out. There's like 3 of them, right? And each one I could feel like a little like pop, like a section pop, But they didn't cut mine because they said, look, if we have to cut it, it's gonna be this. If we don't cut it, it's that. And so the doctor looked and he goes, no, we're not gonna have to cut it. I mean, half the tooth was gone anyway, but like, still, it was just. He'd be pulling, oh, you're doing so good, you're doing so good. I'm like, this is what husbands sound like during birth, because like,
I've gone.
Laying there, my eyes were closed the whole time, and I was just so stiff. I couldn't scream, I couldn't yell, I couldn't.
I called the lady that was doing it to me a cunt. And I to this day, every time I see her, I go, I'm really sorry. She's like, it's okay. I was like, no, I'm really, really sorry. I did not mean that. She's like, I was causing you physical pain. It's okay. I was like, you were saving my butt. I appreciate it, but fuck, that hurt. And they numbed me too. They did all that shit.
They did, yeah. Like, they almost didn't do it because I was a little bit because they take your blood pressure,
Yeah, me too. My heart.
And so I was a little high. They're like, do you normally run high? I'm like, no, not normally. They're like, all right. They put the laughing gas on me. And I'm just like, oh, this is fun. And so then they take it again, and my blood pressure dropped like 10 points. And they're like, yeah, we'll do
You're
it
like,
now.
I'm cool.
They just
cool,
like leave
man.
me back in the chair, and they're like, okay, here we go. And I'm like, all right.
And then the other part that messes with you is they're standing over you. And they're fucking, and in my mind, I'm like, this means I have to fight. Someone's trying to hurt me, dude. Like, no, be nice. They're helping me. You cunt.
I just closed my eyes and I let him, because the nurse was there for the suction, and then the doctor, he was there, and he was like pulling, and he's, like I said, he's saying words of encouragement. It's reassuring. Look, I can't do anything for the pain. He goes, pain is the sharp stuff. He goes, but this is pressure. And he starts pushing on me, and it starts to hurt. He goes, I can't do anything for that. I can only do any stuff. And he starts to pull, and I just closed my eyes, and they're like, remember to breathe. Like, I stopped like breathing when they were doing it. It's like, okay, we're going to take a little break here. You're doing really good. And then he starts doing it again. And he's like, yeah, you're doing so good. And then Josh is trying to hold my legs still. Because like, I'm just like, I'm not saying anything. And he's like, okay, you're doing so. one more time. And then I think I remember when the tooth actually came out, like I could feel, like all of a sudden it was pain, but it wasn't pain. You know what I mean? It's like there's like this pressure that was like gone. And when I remember getting up and looking out as I was leaving, because my mouth is like bleeding all over the place, right? And I'm like starting to cry, and they're asking me all these questions, and I'm looking at her like, the fuck are you trying to tell me what I need to do at home? I'm barely like conscious right now. I just pointed, no, to Josh, tell him. And I remember getting up and looking over, and that tooth was like, those things are big. You don't realize how big your teeth are until they're out of your head. I was like, is that it? I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, that's it. It's just like this big, like, glob of, yeah, it was great. And I'm trying to, like, not cry because I have to walk through the entirety of the dental office and the front office with other patients with, like, little kids, you know what I mean? Because it's, like, the middle of the day. And I'm trying not to, like, cry and cover my mouth so I don't look like I'm, like... Like I got at the dentist.
You should have looked at one of them and smiled and like had blood spew out your mouth and be like, "It's all okay."
It was so bad. They pack it with gauze. They're like, "Just bite down. Just replace the gauze." I couldn't make it out to the car. I told Josh, I gotta spit. Like I gotta get this out. And it was bad. It was like a horror movie.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I felt bad, but yeah. I'm just now starting to get over the soreness. They're like, does it hurt? I'm like, no, like the next day didn't hurt. Like my tooth didn't hurt anymore or anything. But like my neck and like my shoulder.
Because you were tense, dude. You're tense.
Yeah, I got one pulled. I got the same one you got pulled, but on the bottom. And I had a crown on it before. And the crown, and it got cracked. The roots got cracked. And the crown came off, and it was flush, so there was nothing for them to grab on to pull it out.
Jeez.
So there was just this little Vietnamese dentist straddling my head, pulling chunks of tooth out, and it hurt so my mouth has never been the same. Like I think she was twisting and trying to get leverage, and it fucked up the way the rest of my mouth is to this day.
And every time you guys people talk about this shit, makes me want to spit, dude. Like I'm just like, ugh. My God. Like I've been doing actually like literally. I used to make fun of people who drink out of straws, right? Like that was one of my things I used to think was the funniest thing in the world. Well, the dentist tells me, he's like, you need to start drinking your sodas with straws. Yeah, see, look how cute you look. Like you can't be tough with the straw. Like what? I'm gonna kick your ass. Like it never worked for me. So I'm supposed to be drinking when I drink soda out of a straw. So I'll be sitting at home like sipping on my straw, and I'm like, I look like a fucking idiot, dude. Like this, but I'm doing it because I don't want to ever feel that fucking pain again and something getting in my teeth and fucking, you know. I'm like, no. So I'm trying to drink more of this shit, so it's not as bad.
Tobacco water?
This is what it looks like, but it tastes so good, dude. This tastes like Kool-Aid.
Your spittoon tastes great, huh?
So I found a new hack. You get one of those bottles of like Simply Lemonade and buy one of the packs of Kool-Aid and pour it in there and shake it up. I heard that's like the shit. It's so good. I have to try it. We're gonna get blue raspberry lemonade or some shit. Just heard about
That's what I've been doing, is trying all the different ones and squirting them in there and just downing them, and it's got like vitamins and shit, so I feel a little healthier.
Let's talk about something else. We scared away all our listeners with the dentist stories. No, I love it.
Important safety tip, folks: brush your teeth
and wash your ass. That's what I would say.
All right, let's see. New York's coming up. Any other comic events coming up?
I just got a bunch of these books in the other
Happy
day.
was saying in October is New York. Out here, there's like 3 or 4 little. There's one in Gallatin, I think, next week. Next weekend, the town record guy's putting it on. The entire Dukes of Hazzard cast is going to be there, including Daisy Dukes.
The whole cast?
Yeah. Well, who's
Roscoe
left?
P. Coltrane?
So
How
no,
much are
he's
those
dead.
guys?
It's
How
Bo
much
and
are
Luke
those
and
Boss
Daisy.
Hog?
Bo, Luke, and Daisy are going to be there. They're the only ones still left alive, I think.
Uncle Jesse, they're gonna weekend at Bernie's his body around.
No.
Hey man, they're just some good old boys, and they didn't mean no harm. Okay.
And I think in 3 weeks there's a Lego Brick Universe is coming to our expo center. So we'll be going to
Nice.
that. That's the weekend before we come out. So
Well, if you see anything good, you tell me. I'll send you money.
you got it.
I think I got a lot coming in with some dinosaurs for you. So I got those. If they come in, I'll set them aside and you can check them out because I saw them and the lot was. I swear it had at least the body of it. So
I know that's right. When I look at like lots out here, I'm like, that looks like a dinosaur. I even told Josh, that's a dinosaur. We have to get that lot. I want the dinosaurs. And sure enough, it had like 3 dinosaurs in it. I was all excited. Yay.
If I wasn't
Well,
holding on to my dinosaurs.
Well, I'm holding on to them for Liz now.
I have a Fago I got to bring for you to sell. It's Gambit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it came in. I'm like, did they ever do a Gambit Lego? Josh is like, I don't think so. And no.
Yeah,
But it looks good. It's like the 90s Gambit.
we got it in the
Great
batch,
Gambit.
and that batch had also a Rorschach from Watchmen. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
pretty sure they never did a Watchmen set.
I'll be right back.
That's always my favorite. Like, where's the bag out here? Tom gives me a bag, or he calls me, goes, I got all these minifigures, and I'm like, okay, cool, bring them over, and I'll give you the money. And every one of them are like these random fucking, they're everything but Lego minifigures. You know what I mean? Like fucking connects and like, and I'm like, dude, you know what? I don't know how many times I've told you this. He's like, well, I spent $20. I was like, well, I didn't tell you. You got to send me pictures, dude. I would have told you don't spend the $20 on this thing, dude. Like, come on. But like they got, I think in the new blind bags, Gambit's in there. And the new Marvel blind
The ones
bags.
that are in the boxes?
Yeah, because everything that's like X-Men like in it is all from like the 90s X-Men and stuff.
Interesting. Well, this is like his like pink and blue like top with his like
What is
long coat.
does the
And
head
got
say
that
Lego?
weird face thing? No, these ones are not Lego. This is before this
Yeah.
set came out. This
Gotcha.
is definitely a Fago.
No. Hey, that's okay. Some people love them. I still get asked for
I
them
know.
all the time.
So
Where I
I'll
was
just
like, hey, you
let
got
that one
Fagos?
for you to do with it as you please. But
Nice.
that also, they had almost the entire series 1 of the mystery bag Simpsons figures. So
Mhm.
Homer, Itchy, Scratchy, Marge, Bart, Mr. Burns, Millhouse. Anyway,
Well,
and they have a whole bunch of DC ones too, and yeah, I got like a drawer full of minifigs now.
Yeah, dude, my buddy that does that, I met him through. He does movies, but I met him through comics and stuff. He's a big Lego buff, so much so that he's going on the 25th to Denmark to go to the Lego house. Like he got invited,
I want to go.
and so he said that when he gets there, they got this warehouse that you get to walk through, and that you can. It's from the beginning of. They got boxes, unopened boxes
Yes,
from when it
unopened
started.
boxes. It's in
And-
those drawer shelves that like slide closed and stuff like that. And you
Yep.
like have to crank. I know. I want to go and see that.
And he said they give you a box, and you're allowed to take anything you want from there as long as it fits in that box, and then they will ship it for you, and you don't have to pay for it. That all is included in your fucking thing. So he's gonna be. So he goes, "What do you want?" And I go, "Everything Simpsons and everything Ghostbusters." I was like, "If you could get it in the box and still get what you want, I will pay you for it, dude. Like, definitely." It's like, all right. I'm like, send me pictures, send me video while you're in there. We'll picture it out, dude. We'll make money.
I know, man. That's on the wish list of places to go.
Me
Legoland,
too.
Finland.
I would love to go there. But yeah, like that new blind bag thing that I want to get I got to get a box of that again.
What's up, Junior? Hector Valenzuela.
What's up, Hector?
That guy was an awesome bicycle guy back in the day. I don't know if he could do it anymore.
We're getting old.
Speak for yourself, man.
I don't feel it. Well, I kind of feel it, but my body every once in a while. I was watching Heart. Have you seen that Heart to Heart with Kevin Hart where he interviews people and they drink wine and shit? It's like a talk show thing he has, and he was talking to Will
I saw the
Smith.
show in the 80s with Robert Wagner.
No, that's what I thought it was when I turned it on. And I was like, he's playing in Heart to Heart now? And fucking when I turned it on, it was him and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like, talking shit back and forth. And I was like, oh, it's funny. And then the next one was Will Smith, and I was like, oh, shit, Will Smith. And then he started talking about how, like, he said something about how everybody thinks they have control of their life, but then out of nowhere, life will just bitch slap you in the face and say, no, 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 no. So
It's
I
interesting
think
to write the words for him.
Exactly. And I'm like, well, I agree with that, man. Like the hip thing was that thing where I thought it was tough. Even when we were at Santa's Village and I was throwing the axe, we were having a good old time, and I was like, we were doing the walk away and then like turn around and throw, like, like just blindly throw and see if you could get it stuck.
Did you have puns? Like, you better ask somebody?
Oh, that's literally what we were asked doing. We were coming up with like every 80s fucking pun we could think of and just fucking throwing it. And
Stick
I
around.
fucking checked it, and my arm just goes, and I went, oh shit. I was like, all right, guys, you keep playing, dude. And I walked out of the thing, and my wife's laughing her ass off at me. And I'm just like, fuck, I can't win, dude. Like, I just can't
How
win.
old are you now, Fuzz?
I'm 43.
You're
Hey, dude, I've done horrible things to this body, and I'm shocked that it's taken this long to catch up to me.
With your right hand or your left hand?
With this whole thing, my leg, my knee, dude, like I think just everything's finally caught up with me. And so I even had a friend of mine, he does biking and stuff like that, and he kept talking
Aren't
about
you
going
Joe
to
Rogan?
Joshua Tree.
Just get some stem cells, bro.
With this hat I am, dude. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm Joe Rogan. But he goes, let's shroom and we'll go to Joshua Tree and ride around. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? I can already see it happening now. I fall down some stupid ass pit. I'm going to end up all fucking, what's that movie where he had to hack his arm off and shit? My left arm or whatever, do 127 hours, dude. I'm 127 hours my ass and just have to do that, and it ain't gonna be cool. So
Hey,
no.
he didn't even get his arm pinned. It's just the mushrooms. He just fucking cuts his arm off.
Exactly. I'm stuck. Next time you guys see me on the show, I'm like, what's up, Phil? I had a boo-boo.
He won't be Fuzzy anymore. He'll be Stumpy.
Yeah.
Stumpy and the Fat Man.
Shit, rebranded. Hey, it was cool today. What was cool today was I was at the supermarket here at my house, by my house, and I'm wearing the Fuzzy and the Fat Man shirt, and on the back it says the most electrifying man or whatnot. And I'm walking down the thing, grabbing some food for dinner, and this lady walks up to me and she goes, "Where did you get that T-shirt?" And I was like, "Oh, from this company, Fuzzy and the Fat Man. They're a comic company." And she's like, "No, I know. I've seen them on Whatnot." She's like, have you ever met them? I go, "Yeah, oh yeah, I know them." I was like, I was literally playing it off like as if I bought the shirt. And I was walking away. My wife looks at me. She's like, "You're so stupid. Why didn't you just fucking tell them who you are?" I was like, "No, fuck it, dude. I like that shit, dude. Like, it's nice." But now they're trying to talk me into putting my ugly mug on the camera more. So I might do it and come up with costumes or something.
Be careful. Last time they got a look at you and Isaac, you guys lost all your fucking shit. They're like,
Well,
oh, that's what you guys look like?
That's what I get a lot of
you're
times.
shadow banned.
They're like, people tell me, they're like, you don't match your voice. I was like, well, what it sound like, dude. I could do characters, but I can't.
You
do
should
what
pick a wrestling hype man. You should look like Fuzzy, that fucking the Mouth of the South, or fucking Paul Bearer.
I was going to say Paul Bearer is going to be the one.
What is it? Valentine keeps calling me the new mouth of the South. So when we ever hang out, so I was like, "This is the new mouth of the South right here, dude." You know. And then I guess I can't go to the show. I was going to do a show with him this weekend, but I can't. So I told him, and he sends me this picture of him holding the belt. And I'll send it to you guys in the chat. And he's just fucking like, "Fuck you!" Like I was like, "God damn, fool!" He's like, "Next time, dude, I'm gonna give you the chop on the chest." And I was like, "Oh fuck." So next time we might film that. We'll put that on the internet for everyone to see. As he take a chop to the chest and just crumble like, "Oh shit!" And then you can't say wrestling's fake. That's right. I took it. Where did my belt go? My wife took it back in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are we talking about Barbie? Because I didn't watch Barbie. I promised I would see it, but my kids saw it without me. So
yeah, I got to admit that I'm actually kind of interested in seeing it because all the talk on the street is that as dumb as they wanted to make this movie, the way that Ken is portrayed in it actually makes him the sympathetic character, and especially the fact that he goes for the.
Doesn't he go MGTOW?
What's that?
Doesn't Ken go full MGTOW on it?
Oh, I think he goes beyond MGTOW. I think he goes patriarchy, which is the best. He's become the icon now of a lot of people on the really conservative right. So I'm interested to see exactly how he's portrayed in the movie.
Yeah, my wife and my daughter went to go see that the other day. And I've been trying to be like, no, I don't want to give them my money. But
why not?
Yeah, well, people either love it or they hate it, depending on where you're coming from. And I'm talking about people that would be more on
Frozen.
People either love it or they hate it. So clearly, there's something going on with it. I watched like a 3-hour review of the film, so I'm pretty familiar with where the plot's going and everything. But
how can you talk about something longer than it is?
Well, because I think you can nuance a lot of things.
Well, because you go down rabbit holes like we do.
Right.
And we're doing a thing on friggin' Black Dynamite, and somehow we got off track onto something else. We were talking about our Indian movie, and we got stuck on the nose ring.
That's true. That's true.
That stuff out.
When we used to do Late to the Party with the Comic Cave guys, man, we would go like an hour and a half long on a movie review. We had to like pull it in.
The review of the movie of Barbie that I saw.
Yes, I do, Isaac.
He goes over like interviews that were done with the actors and the director and the screenwriters off to give more context to what's taking place. So that's why it took so much time. He's basically breaking down like every aspect of the film.
Well, see, I don't want to think. I just want to go see it and critique it. You know, like, oh, okay, that was okay. Like, you know, kind of fun film, or damn, that's like. And again, I'm always honest. Like, I admit when I'm wrong. How we could go back to shows and talk about how much I thought I was going to love Indiana Jones. And let me tell you, Fast X and Indiana Jones are right next to each other as the worst ones I've seen so far all year. So they're neck and neck.
Especially considering how many Indian movies we've seen, right?
Yeah, those help. But I mean, even going back and watching, like, again, I told you earlier, I saw Doc Hollywood, right? And I was laughing, and I'm like, fuck, this is a legit good movie. Like, it's a good story. It's a good fucking movie. It's simple. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have that anymore. Like, the idea has always been to get a shoot 'em up, bang bang with that kind of feel to it.
Saw Meg too, Iggy. It was good, man. I liked it. What is Skinamarink?
I don't know, but I want to see it just for the name.
Right? Sounds like some kind of a twisted hickey or some shit. Give me a Skinamarink on my inner thigh.
I literally wanted to go to the movies, but everything I looked up, I was like, I've seen everything. Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I was wrong about that one. It was okay, but it just wasn't what I wanted it to be.
Meg 2 wasn't the worst movie of the year. No way.
No. Fast X and fucking Indiana Jones were worst ones of the year. And I watched the whole season of the Idol on HBO, and I still think that was better than those two. Oh my god, dude! I'm trying to think what else. You know what I also been watching that's pretty fucking crazy. I know you don't like wrestling, but Dark Side of the Ring, man. Like you want to hear some crazy stories like that blow my stories out of the water. Listen to these guys tell stories. Like you're like, what the fuck, dude?
I watched Theo Vaughn interview Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair.
No, I saw that. Yeah, I saw those. Those were. I watched those while I was in Lake Arrowhead. Those were pretty good interviews. I love the story that Hogan was talking about though, about having to pay Ric Flair $5,000 every day. He's like, why the fuck am I giving him $5,000? He goes to the bar and it's like he's buying drinks for everybody and shit. And I'm like, you hear those stories and you're like, I wish I was a wrestler. And then you watch Dark Side of the Ring and you go, fuck, I'm glad I never became a wrestler. This sounds horrible, dude.
I've been watching the new documentary on Netflix, Johnny Football.
That was good.
Johnny Manziel,
right? I'm halfway through right now. It's so freaking good.
That one. There's another one they did last week too, about who was it?
Yeah, you gotta watch Johnny Football. It's good.
What was the name of the movie we just saw? Street. The Street's in here. You see the lights. They're fucking with the lights. So if all of a sudden you see me disappear in a pile of clothes fall, you know what happened. I like Iggy's review. So that's the Meg.
No, that's Skid Mark.
Skid Mark.
I didn't get to see Oppenheimer.
What's up, man?
I didn't get to see that yet.
I need to go watch it.
Everybody says it's good, but that doesn't. That doesn't see. I like to have movies I watch at the theater be a spectacle.
And I know everyone keeps saying that like the nuclear scene is like the thing to see on the big screen, but that's at the end of the movie. Like so that means 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is fine. I want to see
people just talking.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. That's a good fucking movie. There's good movies that are people talking like JFK. A bunch of other good old movies that people just talk. That's fucking good.
I'm not saying they're not good movies. I just personally want to see a spectacle at the theater.
If I'm paying $20, I want to see something happen. That's all I'm saying. If
I'm paying $20, I want to see a good movie no matter what happens. I don't have to have a certain genre to get me happy to watch a fucking movie. $20, fuck it. Give me a good ass movie. It could be a Barbie. It could be Barbie if it's good. It's good. It could be Oppenheimer. It could be anything. But as long as it's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, I'll watch a movie. I'm not going to pay $20 unless I get spectacle. To each their own.
I bet it does, Iggy. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I just I've sat through so many 3-hour movies. I'm like, yeah. Film age, I agree. I miss hearing that sound. Like, no, I know the story. I'm very excited for it. Like, I want to see it, but I just, again, I don't. That's why I was saying earlier in the show, I was thinking about going to see Mission Impossible again because I'm like, that's fucking, I'm not going to be able to see that on the big screen again. I've been falling down the rabbit hole of listening to old Mission Impossibles that could have been. Saw it twice. Iggy, I'm always down, dude. You never have to talk me in. I just got to make sure now the kids are in school, I'm able to do a lot more. That's how I got to watch the Indian movie today. I had no one here. It was awesome. Dang. I want to go see what's playing in 4D. If they got Mission Impossible in 4D, I want to see that shit.
So you guys are coming out. When are you guys coming out, Josh?
We should be in town on the 12th of September, and we'll be out there through the 28th.
Okay.
We're probably going to be at the store most of the time that we're out there, but definitely we got a plan for some get-togethers with you guys. I know that we'll probably have an opportunity maybe to do a live of some of our shows, and also I know that some of you guys want to get in a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah.
Heck
For
yeah.
sure.
The thing is that I have to cap it at 5 spots, so I'm going to need whoever the 5 people are that want to be in on that to jump in, and then
Can't we team up?
that way. If we have too many people, the game gets bogged down and it goes too slow, so we got to limit it with just that many.
And 5's probably pushing it, to be honest, right?
Well, the game is designed for 4, but you can do 5 without too much trouble, so that's not an issue. So if it's going to be like Nate and Havoc and Fuzzy, and I don't remember if Nando said he wanted in. I don't know if any of the cavemen want in, but we gotta have it at 5, and then we'll make a go of it.
I'll referee.
Referee.
And hopefully we can go out to eat again. Or either that or a barbecue or something.
Sure.
Hang out.
Iggy, was it Rocky driving? Because that's what I keep feeling when I see the trailer. That's the only reason why I'm like, I'll watch it. But if I don't get like a Rocky movie, then I'm gonna get kind of pissed.
Oh shit! Ginger Spice is in it. I'm in it.
The Critical Drinker did a review of Gran Turismo and said it was pretty damn good. So
The trailer looks
good.
good. The trailer looks good, but I keep laughing to myself. I'm like, this looks like Rocky. Like, this looks like Rocky in the fucking car.
Is Orlando Bloom in it? Okay.
Yeah.
The clips that I've seen, like I see him in it, and I'm like, is that him? Because he's looking
older,
a little worse for the wear these days.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, man.
Yeah. Or whatever they call cocaine in Elvish, right?
All right, Iggy, then I'll watch it. I'm down. I'm down to see it because that was the one thing I was thinking about this weekend. I was like, do I really want to try to go sneak off and see Gran Torino? Like,
Gran Torino? Is that for late to the party?
No, we can't watch that yet. It's not that
Didn't
old.
we already watch that?
We already watched it.
No, you did?
I thought we did.
We did watch Gran Torino. Whose movie was it?
That was a your movie, you
Probably.
bonehead. Dang nabbit. I know
Hey,
that
kid,
one weekend, the 23rd, we have a wedding we have to go to, and the 24th is Nani's first birthday. So, and I think one weekend we're supposed to go to Big Bear to the family cabin.
Nice.
Or one day we're supposed to go for like the day or something. So, yeah.
Well, just tell us. Even if we have to just go meet at the store and shit, I haven't been there in at least a couple of months. So I can go dig for a couple hours and shoot the shit with everybody. And oops, a bottle of booze fell out. And we're,
it's bound to happen at our store.
Life, it does. It does. I understand. I'm okay with it. Like I've told the wife many times.
If we can't go out to eat, we'll just buy 5 pizzas and hang out there.
Yeah, I'm not picky. I like Whataburger, so I eat anything.
And he likes Whataburgers,
we're usually
women
free
too.
during the week, so we'll probably be free during the week.
Probably.
Yeah. We like Whataburger too, although there's a place out here called Culver's. It's really good. They use
Culver's?
like butter to grill their beef in, their patties in, because they call
The real
it
way.
out here.
Yeah,
They're out of
the real way.
Wisconsin, and they have like the custard. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's all right.
Yeah, I was about to say custard. You lost me there.
Yeah, you lost me there too.
You haven't had like
custard out here is different.
It's different than that. Like
it's not like tapioca.
It's
more like ice cream.
It's like ice cream. If I gave it to you, you wouldn't know any different actually. But there's a place that we go to out here also called Andy's Frozen Custard, and
it's pretty dope.
Dude, it's so good. Yeah. It's like frozen. I don't want to say it's soft serve, but it's like a soft serve ice cream, just a little bit like creamier. It's fantastic. All the food out here, barbecue is great. We found a Greek place out here that's fantastic. There's a little Filipino place out here. Where else? I think Mexican's not quite the same though.
Yeah. I'm gonna be down to get some street tacos when I get back to Cali.
Hell yeah!
Let's do it.
Birria tacos.
Yeah.
We can go to that taco spot we went to last time. That place was pretty good too.
Oh yeah,
before you guys left.
Was it Los Sanchez?
Where we took that whole back patio the whole time. That was fun.
And we were there late too. We were the last ones.
Right.
They were mad at us gringos.
Joe's Italian Ice. I like Joe's Italian Ice, but like it's kind of like that, but they don't have, because the Italian Ice place, they swirl in the flavors, and it's like more of like a syrup flavor, that you would put in like sodas and stuff like that. Like, but out here the custard, it's more like, it's like Joe's Italian Ice, but instead of like the syrup flavors, it's actual fruit, it's actual cookies things. It's you know what I mean? And they call them concretes out here.
Concretes, yeah.
Because they have the consistency of concrete.
It's like a thick, creamy frozen yogurt or frozen ice cream, like soft serve ice cream. I don't know how to explain it, but it's fucking good, dude. Like, dude.
Ooh, look at this, guys. Look at this. I just pressed this. Hold on, there it goes. Check this shit out. Fucking beautiful, dude. Like, it came out so good.
Up on our screen so I can see it better. Because my phone's like this big. My screen's like that.
Yeah, make it bigger. Oh, that looks beautiful.
This came out so good. This is Chauncey's right here. And then this one I told him I want. Because it came out so good. This is easily
that's the first person that He-Man in a comic book, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, I want this, dude. You got it. So he got me a PSP, and I'm taking this off him too. So that way when I
still gotta pick up my comics.
No, I know. I got yours right here.
No, I gotta pick them up.
Oh wait, no. I only have one left of yours. Like I kept the other two. I'm sorry, buddy.
Get the hell out of here.
I've been literally just pressing and cleaning and getting rid of stuff. So I got a lot of back issues that nobody wants, not even me.
Finally, my stuff is coming in from Vegas when that I CDC'd, and then some of the San Diego's already been picked up on the actual CDC office. So I'm just waiting for them to send me the message. But the sketch that I got from Mike Cho from Vegas, the Gambit one, it came out at 9.8.
Nice.
I was like, sweet. So I'm just waiting for Wolverine 100 and Wolverine 75, both signed by Larry Hama and Adam Kubert, and both were 9.8. So I'm knocking on wood that they still end up being 9.8. Yeah, I hope so. And then I'm waiting for my two. They're already on the CGC already has them grading my two Frank Miller that I did in San Diego, and then my Rod Liefeld 98, New 98 I sent up there to get it signed.
Go
ahead, Nick.
The thing you guys did the other day on Instagram with the 5 and Below, the comics and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I tried it. I tried it like literally the day before you guys did that video. Did you guys see the Thoro video when he was talking about it? That someone was posting about how like they got these variants. They're making a big deal about how you can get convention variants now in a $5 bag, and I was like, yeah, but they're older books. Like it wasn't like it was this year's or even last year's.
No.
Yeah.
The ones that I pulled,
there were some good books though.
2017, 2018, something like that. But there are some people that in some of the packs that they're getting like the Death of Superman, the original die cut.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Some of that stuff goes back to like the 90s even. So, and the more I was looking at some of them, they have little like, well, one had like a paper tear, like a tape tear on the back of it. Like it got, the tape got stuck and they pulled it. And so it's just, but like, I have a feeling a lot of this is either stock that didn't sell or it was stuff that was potentially returned. And it was still good and it was still in good enough condition to like be read, or could be, you know what I mean, that they packed it in these and sent them out. But I've seen, like, when we drive back, we're gonna stop at a bunch of Five Belows. I'm gonna be looking them up just to see like where they're at, because like I bought the 7 that they had at ours here in town, because we have a Five Below here in Lebanon, and I bought all 7 of them. And I heard now that they're capping them at like, I think if you order online, you're only allowed to order 5 at a time. But because it's self-checkout when you go into the store, and I got all 7. Well, 3 of them, I had duplicates. So it's like whatever I had on the front was the same in the entire pack. But I've heard that, like, I've heard different things from different people saying, well, that's not what I got that was the first comic on mine. And I'm like, I'm just letting you know when I got mine from there, everything that was a duplicate, and it was stacked the exact same way too. It wasn't like it was like mixed inside. It was stacked the exact same way. And
you guys did way better than I did. I didn't get shit in mine. Like I was like, fuck, this sucks, dude. But again, there's 5 books in there, right? So you're paying $1 a piece.
There's 4 books, and you get they should be $4. It's at least 5. It's at least 5 or below, because that's what that store's about. It's 5 or below. Yeah. So I mean, I got 3 convention specials, 4 convention specials, and then I got 2 or 3 of the game where I had like codes for like the game, and it wasn't for Fortnite. It was for a different video game that you could get like the Bat Cycle skin or something for it. So there's so Five Below has the comic packs, Iggy, like Walmart used to do, but they're DC only, and you get 4 in a pack, and it seems to me you get a convention special, or what? I mean, what was the poly bag? Was there a poly bag in yours, Fuzzy?
Nothing. Oh, okay. There was nothing in it. Like it was literally everything that I got in them. I bought 4 packs,
and they're $5 each.
$4.
They're $4.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's a good. Again, it's a gamble.
It's $1 piece. It's dollar bin diving.
Yeah, it's a cheap mystery bag. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to spend $20 and then you get a box of books that look like they've been through the ringer.
I love Peter.
But like if you go, like they, you're paying $1 a piece. You're not sure but the trick is, if like the same comic is on top, don't buy 2 of the same one, because it's gonna have the exact,
or buy that, open it real quick.
Because it's gonna have the exact same thing in each one. It's the weirdest, But in mine, and the other thing too is that you can see when there's a poly bag in it. If there's a poly bag inside of the poly, like the bag that it comes in, you're either gonna get a convention special or you're gonna get one of those video game code cards or something like that in it. And more often than not, when they vacuum sealed the powder bag, it like melted the inner bag poly bags. You gotta go in and I like cut mine open, because it was like 3 of them came out, but not the 4th one, because it was like inside. But so I'm gonna pick up more as we go and see, because I've seen a variety of comics. There's a couple people that got one of 200 ratio variants. One person got a 1 of 500 ratio variant. in them because how many people are ordering
Wow.
500 copies of something? So they've got them printed. They got to get rid of them somehow, and they're putting them in these poly bags. But I think they stopped doing the DC ones at Walmart because they used to be able to get, it was like 5 at Walmart for like $10 or something. They were like $2 a piece. So I think DC is now working with Five Below, but Marvel is still working with Walmart because I got to go back to the Walmart to pick up the new, because there's new Walmart packs for Marvel.
Yeah, I haven't found those ones. I've been looking for those ones. They have like a Deadpool pack.
They're up at the front, like where like the Pokemon cards and like the sports cards and stuff are at. They usually have
as seen on TV.
Yeah,
that's my favorite aisle.
The as seen TV is usually on the opposite side. They're like
that's where you get those cool marshmallow shooters and shit.
And I heard a rumor. I don't remember. Are Dollar Generals a thing? I don't think they're a thing out in California, but they're a thing out here. So I heard a rumor that Dollar General is starting to like carry, like those comic packs too. So I've been trying to see around here, but I haven't found any that carry them yet. But yeah, the Five Below ones. That's like the new fun thing. Everyone's like, I don't understand, why is everybody getting all hot and bothered about these things? There's just like, it's because they're fun. They're like, yeah. It's like, why do people like watching people open up their Pokemon cards? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's just a fun. And I wanted to test the theory to see exactly like what, like if you got the same thing in each pack, like what's the variety, you know? So it was fun. I'm gonna do them again. I mean, they're just gonna end up like in our dollar bin somewhere at the. They're either gonna end up at the dollar bin at the store, or I'll put them online in the dollar bin on our eBay store. We have a dollar bin there too.
So is Nando really doing $10,000 a show?
No, I'll tell you what. I watched at all the shows I've done this year. I barely hit 1,000 at like a show, like, you know what I mean? Like at my best show, I hit 1,000 and shit. But Nando, I think probably hits in the couple grand to $5,000-6,000 every time. So he's doing good. Like he's doing good. He knows how to wheel and deal. So
top line for sure, right?
Oh yeah, no, he deserves everything. Like he's legit. Like he did good. But like the whole time, you know, we have a running joke always. Whoever makes the most money has to buy the first round and shit. And like not even an hour into the show, that's when Lego came with the beer, and I was like, "Is this fucking Nando just saying here? I'm just gonna pay up now or whatever?" And he just like, I don't know. He said, "Give you a beer." So I thought, "Thanks, man. Appreciate it and shit." But like even at the comic show, I sold more toys than I did comics. Like I sold like the fucking stuff that I got at what's it called? What was it called? Havoc, the comic thing we went to, and we bought all their inventory.
Pop
Comics.
Yeah, it used to be Pop. It used to be Beach Ball.
Beach Ball, yeah. We bought a lot of their inventory, and so a lot of that shit I've been making a fucking crap ton off of that stuff, like on eBay and at the show. But comics haven't been moving much, so I'm trying to weed out all the moderns and stuff like that aren't like super duper big, and then just when I go to the shows now, I'm bringing just nothing but heat and then boxes to dig through. That when I was looking around, that's all people were. It's going back to the time when everyone wants $2 books, $1 books. You know, like everybody wants the cheap books. So I'm gonna make sure I got a lot of those every time I go to the shows now.
I think everybody's waiting for the 2020 inflation on books to hit its rock bottom before they start trusting to try to spend money again on them.
Right, and I get it, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm not like bitching and moaning about it. It makes sense to me. I'm doing the same thing. I'm more careful with collections I buy and shit like that. Like today, I just got hit up for a lot. This guy wants a lot of books, So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go through there and put together a bunch of books and some boxes and sell them a lot of books. So I want to take a final trip out to Arizona for a little bit to grab more books at that shop. Stop at Zia's, guys, on your way out. Stop at the Zia's. Zia, I'll text you the record or the address to the one that I'll tell you, because they keep the good books behind the counter, and people don't go back there. They don't go up and ask for it. So when I like almost every time I get there, it's like a fucking long box. That's where I got all those Mark Jeweler variants for nothing, and my Iron Man, the drunk, whatever the one where he's drunk, Demon in the Bottle. Yeah, like I get from that store all the time, stuff like that for dirt cheap. So stop at Zia. You'll like that place. But you got to spend time digging.
I'll do it. So there's like a place out here. There's it's in Gallatin. It's Town Records and Comics.
Town Square Records and Comics. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's like, I think I mentioned him before. Like half his store is a record store. Like when you walk in, he's got 2 doors that go into the same room, but on the right side is all records, and on the left side is all comics. And so he's got like the $5 and above comics are like in the bins or in the boxes on top of the table organized. But then underneath, he's got all the dollar books, and he's one of those guys that buys like huge collections of stuff to get like a handful of good ones, and then he'll price a couple of ones that he knows, and the rest he puts in like the dollar bin. And there's still $5, $10, $20 comics in those dollar bins because they're not ones that you would normally think of. You know what I mean? Like I found a whole run of like the Lego Bionicle. I mean, for like $1 a piece, and I just sold a bunch of them. Number one's like a $15, $20 comic. The first 10 are like $5 a piece. I mean, I'm not making hands over fist type situation, but like. If you got the time to sit and dig, like I found some good stuff that's in there that for us anyway, to be able to turn around. And I mean,
you turn 1 to 10.
They're just easy sells on eBay like all day long. Yeah. Like, because that's how I have to sell the inventory out here is on eBay. I put up a little video today about like I found the first Dr. Aphra, the origin of Black Chrysanthemum, the first Rebels, the first, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I want these. I'll come in and pick up. It's like, I got to ship these to you. I don't live in town. Not a lot of the new people know that, yeah, but that's a thing. So when I get online tonight, I have to be like, yeah, I got it, but I got to ship it to you. You can't just come into the store and pick it up. So we're going to have to do it a different way kind of thing. But, yeah, and those were the ones that I found just sitting in boxes that I picked up from collections that, it's like I knew they were there, but I forgot that they were in there. And I forgot to go get it because then I bought 10 boxes, and then I bought 7 boxes, and then I bought 5 boxes. And then there's a guy that's got, how many? It was like 40 short whites or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, for 40 short whites of comics, he was asking like $200 for it. It's like, how can you pass on that? You know what I mean? Like, that's less, it's like 10 cents or less a comic type thing.
Yeah, exactly. It could be all Havoc's profits and still make money on it. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Exactly.
I always make money, homie. My record's still good.
It's because you tapped out. You're like fucking Rocky. What's his name? Rocky Maivia, or whatever. He quit. He won the title and he says, "I quit.
Yep.
I'm out.
I'm out."
It's like my Lego store that's out here, Music City Bricks, because he gets he buys it by the pound, usually in bulk, unless like a complete set is like there or whatever, and he finds like action figures and the Connects and the Mega Block Ninja Turtle, you know what I mean, all that, the Halo figures and stuff like that in there, and he sorts all the crap out, but he doesn't throw it away. He just puts them in these like boxes. The small U-Haul boxes, he just stores them because he's like, I feel bad throwing it away, but I don't want it out in circulation again. That's going to come back to my store again. I'm going to have to resort this shit over. And I'm like, bruh, I'll take it off your hands. Like, if you're not doing anything with them. So,
Well, supposedly in that whole bin, It is one of those rare Halo figures that was in that bag that he gave me,
Right.
and we found it, and it was like $80. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" I was like, "Okay, we'll sell this one, dude." Like, but get the rest of my. Yeah, here's another one. This is supposed to be like a Power Ranger. I was like, "This ain't no minifigure, man. What the fuck is this?" But
Well, I have a bunch of Ninja Turtles from the Mega Block series. They did a whole bunch of different, and they did like the purple one, like Leonardo completely clear, or Donatello. I don't remember. Anyway,
I got all
Raphael,
the turtles
clear red, you know
in
what I mean?
Lego.
But they didn't do like Lego versions of them. These are they're like little mini action figures. They like bend at the, and they've got their little accessories and stuff like that. But yeah, there are people that I was like, what the fuck? This is like a $30 figure? What the hell? But yeah, so I'll be bringing those out and putting them out.
I just grabbed these today. Hold on.
It's always those Halo ones though that everybody's like.
I got a Marvel Legends, which is Josh's favorite, Miss Marvel. My personal favorite, Ronda Rousey. And then this is for Havoc, Valkyrie. And I got this Blacklight Shuri. $5.
For all of it? That's good.
No, for the pops. The pops were $5.
Oh, fuck, dude. I had a pop one time. I paid somebody $5 to take it away.
And then Nando came through for me and got me my San Diego Comic-Con Superman #1 foil.
Nice.
Yes, that was very cool. So him and Isaac got me the Spawn #1, and then Nando got me that one. So I still got my San Diego stuff.
Very cool.
Dope. All right, so I'll let you guys know what we end up doing with the Indian movie. Hopefully they get us some fire with the horror movie. I'll try to get those edits done tomorrow night and put them out there so that Wednesday, Radioactive goes up Wednesday, Late to the Party goes up Friday, and then hopefully by next weekend we got a real scary movie coming out of India for us.
Great. Looking forward to that.
And then Clue, huh? Who's in Clue?
Who's in it? Like everybody. Leslie Ann
Tim
Warren,
Curry.
Tim Curry. One of the guys from Laverne and Shirley. I can't remember his name. From
Michael McKean.
Michael McKean.
It's slapstick.
Richard
It's very
Mull.
funny.
Richard Mull.
You're gonna love it, Nate.
From History of the World. Madeline Kahn.
Oh, Madeline Kahn, yeah.
That's right.
Madeline Kahn, by the way, who is smoking hot.
Christopher Lloyd.
Man.
Christopher
Holy moly.
Lloyd's in it.
Yep.
It's slapstick.
Well,
It's funny.
parts of it. There is some slapstick that's in it. Yes, it's more like it's more. You got to keep up on the who did it. It's like it's a who done it. You know, it's the candlestick, and they've each got each of the characters. They each have the weapons, and then there's like this story.
So we got you guys coming out next month. We're gonna figure out who I'm gonna kill, you or Fuzzy.
I think you're gonna like. Look, I think you're gonna like Clue a lot better than Black Dynamite, and I think. You're
I mean, good God,
better.
I would like getting butt raped more than Black Dynamite.
No, I think you're gonna like Clue a lot.
Just all the hate on Black Dynamite.
It's not
dude.
like there is some slapstick, but it's not Three Stooges slapstick stuff. It's hard to explain. You have to see it.
It's funny. It's good. It includes
It's
the classic.
fast paced. You got to listen to the dialogue because it's fast paced, like humor stuff in it, and they slip a few things here, and that's good. It's a good movie. I like it. And it was a different concept at the time too, because like I said, you could go to
Tell him, Isaac.
I could go to the movie theater, and then you could go to the movie theater, and we could get 2 separate endings for it. I think they filmed 3 in total. Maybe there was 4. But shut up with that Black Dynamite stuff.
Black Dynamite's amazing. See, everyone's fighting for the right of the Black Dynamite.
I know. I gave it a 3. Okay, I gave it a 3.
and I'm glad that you tried it. Yeah, I appreciate that. It was. See, Isaac knows. I keep telling him, man. Dude. But Nate didn't want to give it a shot.
Josh loved it too.
Oh, me and Josh.
That's decision. Fuzzy and Josh shared a brain on this one.
God dang right. God dang. I can't have my sunglasses on me, otherwise I'd be rocking them too right now, dude. Just because we're on the same wavelength and stuff, dude. Like, it's all about this black fist. You know what I'm saying? Black Dynamite.
Normally Fuzzy and I share the brain cell, but today, like, you and Fuzzy share the brain cell.
We do. Even the Indian movie, we were kind of all, but that one we were all kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
We were just like, ooh.
Almost.
It's all right.
It was good, but not the best that we've seen.
Dude, tell me you guys saw that video. The guy of the people fucking fighting at the brawl that happened after the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that was the greatest. That was like watching the Royal Rumble happen in real life. Dude, the guy literally had the chair and he fucking whacked him with it. I was like, yes.
Mm-hmm. You brought out the folding chair.
It was awesome, dude. I was cheering. I was like, this is amazing.
It amazes me sometimes what hits big with the public, because I watch it and I'm like, but like everybody loves it. And I'm like, really? There's nothing great going on here. It's just some weirdos slugging it out on a dock.
But I think what does it is like what you're seeing in the frame. So, like, you know, you see them two fighting, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere,
the guy like dove in. And he's
swimming across and you see this dude swimming, like, and you're like, what the fuck is that guy gonna do? And then all of a sudden, there's like a pack of them, like the one that killed me, the video, the meme that killed
the Avengers, me. Like what they call the Avengers.
When he takes the hat and he throws it up, and it's like the bat signal, and you just see everyone running and kicking his ass. Whoever did that is brilliant, dude. Like, that shit killed me. I was on the floor. I was like, this is so good, dude. This is so good. Yeah, like, you know, that's what we have to entertain ourselves now. So. Oh, shit.
How'd you get kicked off this time?
On point, because
what'd you do? What'd you do this time? Don't type it, because they'll try to kick you off again.
Isaac, he got for violence. Oh, because of the folded chair? Oh, fun.
I don't get it.
He said...
You hit him with a folded chair when he sees you.
Hey, Facebook, it's not a big deal. I can take it.
Facebook's
we're okay with
it. Facebook censors
He's a friend.
They're a dumpster
He's
fire.
A friend.
He's a brother.
Bring them back.
I got put on like another 90 days restriction on Facebook because I put up a post about something that the Smithsonian did back in like 2017, where they were taking a big fat dump on white people. And so they put up a post, and all I did was link to that post, and Facebook shot me down. And I'm like, I'm linking to the Smithsonian, bro. And they're like, nope, it's a community violation. Like, the fuck.
Look, man, when I see the Comic Cave Facebook, I'm gonna stick my chin out and give them a target to hit me with that folded chair. They're doing it out of love.
That's right.
Oh, all right. It is 11 or 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Hey guys, tomorrow's looking good.
See, she's coming for me, dude. If I don't come back,
the street's coming for you.
Fucking street.
What is Twizzled Twisted Metal.
I haven't seen Twisted Metal yet.
I wanna see
Twisted Metal.
I kind of want to see it.
No, it's got that dipshit Anthony Mackie. F him.
God.
I want to see it. I want to see it
before you leave.
No.
I gotta watch and support Samoa Joe.
All right, Joe.
WWE.
Good night. We'll see
Love, peace, and chicken grease, ladies and gentlemen.
Later,
we'll see you next time. Peace.